So good news. The electrical work in the container is done. My electrician and his apprentice did a fantastic and professional job. Their work here is done, so now I can actually clean this place up and start getting the tanks ready. I have a total of 8 breakers. I'm actually not sure how many outlets, but the reason for so many breakers is just protection for GFCI trips. Everything is GFCI. I have I have one running now, this 1500 watt heater. I've been testing it for a while. This is a little bit more expensive than some of the other electric baseboard heaters, but this is Wi-Fi controllable. There is a bit of an issue getting Wi-Fi in the container, which I'll have to deal with later. I think I need a wireless bridge, and I don't know, but I'll figure that out later. The only reason why it's currently 97 is I'm just seeing how hot it will actually get in here. And I'm pretty hot making this video. But the reason for that is I just want to see if I can maintain a high temperature, especially without this running 24/7. I won't have to heat the water. I'll just heat the container, because once all these tanks are filled, it's going to hold in the heat really well, and it will be much more economical. And in the winter, it'll be nice to come to a little tropical silver room. So more racks will go here, and that's for these outlets. I really had a tough time deciding just how many I needed. So many people were like, oh, just keep adding more, just keep adding more. Every outlet costs money. Not just, I mean, the parts are not much, but then the labor. And then it's like, if I'm not going to use them, why did I get them? So I went with less than I originally planned, but I still think I have more than enough. And of course, there's power bars too, if need be. So the only thing that really the electrician suggested, he was very good, he didn't upsell me on anything, was to add this switch. So the lighting now is just 2 random LED strips I had in my house. I bought more of them. They were $70 for 8 of them on Amazon, and they're just fake T5 LED strips. So I added the 2 outlets here for lighting, and then I could put a fan too if I needed to in the summer, or if it gets really humid, whatever. So that was a really good idea, and it was also very cheap to do. The other outlet up here is where that electric heater will go. It's on its own breaker as well. And then this one is a different breaker tied in with this one. And I have just a little $20 little space heater going now. It's just the only other heater I had, just to see how hot it would get in here. And again, it's really hot in here right now. I probably should have put some water in too, just to see what the water temperature would be like. And then more outlets here. Everything is protected GFCI. The way he did it was to save a little bit, because this did cost many thousands of dollars. The GFCIs are all protected on one, so if this one gets wet, this will still trip. I have some in my house like this too. So this will be the sump area. So I have these plugs up high. It does look a little silly with tape, but once this box is replaced by an RODI and this one a vent, it's going to look very professional in here. I do have 2 more outlets here for the second heater. This is the only single one. It's just its own breaker so that I'm not overloading that circuit. And then more for the racks. This was the only one I did differently. That's just because the sink is so close. I don't want any splashing. And then more outlets here, and then the 6 outlets over there. So it should be plenty. Again, power bars are an option if it's not, but I didn't want to add too much. I probably could have got away with a couple less breakers, but again, you never know. If something were to leak or trip and one goes out, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because not that much stuff will be on that breaker. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. Obviously, I need to start cleaning, and then I'm going to start figuring out what I want to do next. I may even fill some tanks just with tap water, just to see how the water reacts to being in the container and the temperature. I'm not going to leave these set so high I will drop them down a bit, but I guess I will be heating this place from now on. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. If you have any suggestions, I will certainly listen to them. I think I have a pretty good idea of how things are gonna go, but I mean, things never go according to plan. I would have thought this would have been done a lot earlier than now, but I'm very happy with how it's turned out, and we'll just see what happens next. Thanks for watching.